Hello, everybody, and welcome to HerrBall's Hangout. It is I, HerrBall. I'm doing a little bit of late night streaming. Well, really early morning streaming, but it's late night for me. It's about 4 a.m. here in Idaho area. And we're going to go ahead and continue on playing some of the Callahan's Crosstime Saloon games based off of the. You know what? I realized I don't have my captions turned on. Hold on a second. Okay. That should start showing up properly now. There we go. All right. Callahan's. Why am I not asleep? Actually, I just got off of work. So this is normally about time for me to get ready to go to sleep. But I figured I'd try streaming at this time to see if anybody else was awake and in to do this. Why aren't you asleep? Odom. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, I'm just not asleep because it's not quite my sleepy time yet. Hey Ray, welcome in. Board game heaven, that is. I figured I'd give some of the folks that are over in uh, other time zones a chance to witness my greatness. That's me laughing, in case you couldn't tell. Laughing at my greatness. Oh, how's Blade Runner been? I think I need to get in there. Yeah, I've seen a couple people play Board Game Heaven. I haven't played it yet myself, but I think I might have it. And yes, so to be people with dogs that are demanding attention. I've got some cats that are probably demanding attention behind me, but or they will be. Believe so. We're at Faxon Castaroga. We're in the second chunk, the second story. We're trying to save cacao trees down in Brazil, and it made it sound like It said we need to get the lead out here. So I'm trying to figure out if that means I need to get that giant pencil out for some reason. Um,
What day is this?
It's today. I mean, I didn't change the day, I just set the clock back a few hours.
You said we were going to go save the trees. You didn't say anything about screwing up my internal clock.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
No, I didn't.
Are you kidding? Danger follows me around, and you're my boy wonder.
one of the great things for me about this game is that I don't have to read everything. The game has a lot of voiceovers. This is the chocolate that we're supposed to uh, go save. Yeah, the only beans that surpass ours are from an ancient strain of the plant now extinct, and these beans are lost to the ages. They are believed to have been grown in one small area of the Brazilian rainforest. Unfortunately, this discovery was made too late to save the grove of trees, later designated Theobroma cacao ultimasarum. They exist only in a couple of pods, too damaged to be viable. So the lady that was talking is a time traveling cop, and so she's from the future, and we're now in the spring of 1997. And so she wants us to save them because she really likes chocolate. Oh, no problem. Enjoy the work.
It looks hermetically sealed.
I wonder if hermetically came from the root word hermit.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm Susie. Welcome in. Yeah, I decided to do a, well, really late night, really early morning stream for me. I'm going to stream for a couple of hours here and see what goes on. Really don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Ignore me. Yeah, that's great. Oops. So I've got passports. Really quite beautiful fakes, from this simulated pebble grain leather to the watermarks on the page. You wonder if they could fool a customs agent. It'd sure fool you. The tickets I need are back there, but I don't know what I need to do to get the tickets necessarily. Offering the seat to Josie first and having her decline the offer, you sit down. As you do so, you realize you're staring directly at the story of the pencil. You bear this for about 20 seconds before standing up. This game has a lot of puns in it. Almost, but not quite. Too many puns for me. Almost, but not quite. Let's see. It's going to give me an option to like fill from it. That's better. You glide effortlessly to the water cooler and get small cups of water for both you and Josie. Down them, crumple up the disposable cups, and toss them in the wastebasket. What's the funniest game I've played? Honestly, this is probably it so far that I've played personally. I haven't played the Xanth game, the companion of Xanth. That one's pretty dang punny. And yeah, so to be, it's not so much that it's too punny for me, it's just almost too punny for me. And sometimes I miss the puns, which is too bad. By rigging up 2 discarded coffee stirrers, a rubber band, and a piece of donut as the fulcrum, you construct a makeshift forceps and pick your way through the garbage. Looks like you've already used up all the really good pieces to make the forceps, which suddenly falls apart when the fulcrum crumbles under the excessive load. You've both done an admirable job of filling out your application without too much sarcasm and frivolity. I don't remember what I needed the application for. To Florescu, Romania. That's the other place I was at. Brochure. There we go. Carrying a 2-foot length of hollow bamboo. The office walls are covered with a linen-like textured wallpaper. It's durable, strippable, and washable. horticulturist, but this looks like a
Is
wandering
that a
Jew.
wandering Jew?
No.
Why do they call it a wandering Jew anyway?
Doc says he doesn't know where the Jewish part comes in, but he says it's wandering because of how much it leaves.
I'll bet that was a rude awakening.
Oh no, stem puns again.
Okay, you win that round.
Me? Hey James, welcome in. Yeah, I decided to do a late night for me stream after I got off of work, just to give the Australians and Europeans a chance to be able to come and see me without it being crazy hours for them. Yeah, I would also point out that this game was made in '97, and the book series it was written or based off of was from written in the late '80s, early '90s. So yes, it's going to have that it's going to have some problematic phrasing and stuff in it. To let you know that this is a hip-hop company that can really swing, the Facts on Brass have installed this impressive bank of monitors. They're currently showing The Story of the Pencil, starring who else? DeForest Kelley, James Woods, and Twiggy. See? Hey Warlock, how's it going? Welcome in. Lie on the floor. You and Josie stage a brief sit-in, but failed to attract enough media attention to pressure Facts on Castaroga to change their ways, so you stand up again. I need to get her to leave the desk so that I can get these tickets. Let's see.
Did I hear Mr. Giscolin say something about going to Brazil?
Mr. Giscolin and I are visiting some of the company's overseas This is none of your business.
Quite all right. I have work to do. If you'll excuse me.
So these passports are using mine and Josie's picture, but with her and Mr. Kiscolin. Yeah. Sigmund Kiscolin. I don't remember what her name is. It was once your favorite photo of Barbara and Jessica, but nowadays you can hardly look at it. That is my wife and daughter. Well, I take that back. So, while we play as Jake Stonebender, we're actually playing as the narrator for Jake Stonebender. And he is not necessarily us, even though it says me when you mouse over it. He'll break the fourth wall every once in a while and talk to us. I do vaguely, Warlock, yes. I was trying to find a couple of things and I couldn't rummage up anything because I think what I was finding was like games of the same name but not, or similar names but not actually what you were looking for. Did you find any luck on that? I think I can go to the third floor. Let's talk to this
How long have you been
I
waiting?
made him run off before. Just over 45 minutes, he explains. Great. I don't think I need to go there again. I've got the application. You know what? Maybe if I give the application to her. She barely acknowledges your right to exist, let alone the possibility that you can type. Cool. You try to shake the last few drops out of the pot, but every time you set it upright again, they seem to magically reappear like those toy milk bottles that dolls drink with. That is always helpful, Warlock. That is definitely helpful. I'll tell you one time this would have been around 2007, I think. I had a song stuck in my head, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out what the song was, or even where I'd heard it from. So I made a recording of me whistling it, and I put it up on fark.com in the comment section there and said, hey, can anybody tell me what the heck this dang song is? And found out that it was Popcorn. But unfortunately, you can't really whistle a video game for people to help you find. You reach for the doorknob and Josie touches your
We're
arm.
not going to talk him out of anything. We'll just have to do this the hard way.
You half sit on the desk.
Why? Did you do something?
There are chairs right over there if you need one.
This is fine, thanks.
I like to keep my desk cleaned off.
Yes, I can see that.
You're sitting on it.
Yep, that's the one.
Would you kindly remove your derriere before you force me to call security?
Not at all.
You stand again, having given the priggish secretary the obligatory hard time. Yeah, I want to say that I found it, or that it got stuck in my head because of a car commercial or something, or maybe of some commercial or something came on and it just got stuck in my head, and it was driving Dragon Gem absolutely batty because I kept trying to figure it out, and she wanted to throw me out, I think, but I got help from the internet. So she doesn't like her desk to be messed with, huh? Right. Has 1,000,001 uses. Right. Can I set up some sort of crazy Rube Goldbergian? Picture examination reveals this to be some sort of gigantic pencil suspended on fishing line. I think I'm going to have to consult a walkthrough. Do I have a walkthrough for this? Or I had one at some point. Okay. Right. I did remember that. Okay. I mean, I didn't put two and two together. Says the same thing as every other post-it note on taped to every other coffee machine in the country. If you take the last cup of coffee, please turn off the burner to prevent scorching. I didn't notice that there were burner switches. Alright. Put the coffee pot on the burner. Turn the burner on. Flagrantly disregarding the post-it note, yep. And then I think I can just hit W to have time pass. Dude, the stench of scorched coffee pot assails your senses. Burnt coffee smell becomes overpowering as the coffee pot begins to smoke. The secretary, her lips pursed tightly enough to make the cards of her neck stand out, goes over to the coffee machine and shuts off the burner.
Now I have to scrape the pot again. Flagrant disregard. Flagrant.
He throws you a dirty look and walks off down the hallway with the smoking pot. Hey, you're not supposed to have smoking pot. Not in 97. Maybe we should have rephrased that. Nope, absolutely not. Alright. Both ways to make sure that delightful secretary isn't watching, you slyly take the tickets off of the corkboard. You and Josie both have airline tickets to the major port of Manaus, and instructions for hooking up with an arranged charter flight to the Faxon Castaroga field office outside of Boa Vista. Alright, let us... Oh, there's my limo. I think it's honking at me.
I'm staying at the Legs and Arms. Are you the airport limo?
Yep. You going to the airport?
Yes.
Great. You are a hotel guest, right?
Of course.
Great. Got your tickets?
Right here.
You show your tickets to the driver. One of the problems I have with this game is sometimes you have to click to continue and sometimes you don't. And then I
International
Oh,
skip
terminal.
stuff.
Got your passports? People forget them. We get to the airport, they want me to turn around and come back.
Yep, right here.
Here they are, Mr. Kiscolin.
Thank you, Miss Hasselblad.
You flash the passports at the driver. He gets out of the limo, opens the door, and ushers you both into the limo's den-like interior. Yeah, when he was telling me about lingo, that didn't make any sense, but I'll bet you it very well could be like
Yes, look.
Wordle
TV
for
set,
DOS.
VCR, bar, telephone, fax machine. Look, a jacuzzi.
Hey, Josie, everywhere's a jacuzzi if you get it wet enough. The two of you, proud of your accomplishment, celebrate with a quick dip in the jacuzzi on your way to LaGuardia. Once at the airport, everything goes like clockwork. Your tickets... Oops. At the arrival gate at Manaus, you spot a man holding a cardboard sign with Faxon written on it. You identify yourselves to the man, and he escorts you to another part of the airport where an old single-prop private plane awaits. He begins a non-stop stream of chatter in broken English, introducing himself as Guzman, and repeatedly begging your forgiveness for the condition of his plane. When you step into the prop plane, you immediately see why Guzman was so apologetic. This is not the way you'd have expected Sigmund Kiscolin to travel. Josie seems less anxious about the condition of the plane than you, but she watches Guzman closely. She reassures you that he seems to know what he's doing. As you sit on the runway preparing to take off for the Faxon Castaroga's airstrip near Boa Vista, Guzman stands and faces
Thank you
you.
for flying in my airplane with me. I know you have a choice when making travel plans, and I pray fervently that you would consider flying with me again the next time you are considering to be in Brazilian airspace. Before we take off, local ordinances demand that I tell you about the plane's safety feature. The door over there
Guzman indicates the side hatch with two
is
extended
meant
fingers.
to fall off or break in the event of a crash. Please do not sit next to the door unless you believe you can handle it. Can you handle it?
I can handle it.
Good. In the event of a water landing, please drink as much as you can, very quickly, okay? Also, those seats cannot be used as flotation devices, okay?
Why not? They look like flotation devices.
They were, but you can only use them for flotation 4 or 5 times. Then they don't stay up very well anymore. In the event of cabin depressurization, a stick of gum will drop down from the overhead compartment. And if you chew it, it makes it not so bad for your ears, right? I am Guzman, your flight attendant. Our pilot, which is also me, Guzman, will keep you informed of our progress. Right now, I would like to ask you to examine the seat pocket in front of you and see if there's one of those flight safety cards. You might also find a copy of Aging Aircraft of Today, our in-flight magazine. If you find it, that's my copy, okay? I've been looking for it. Don't take it with you. Those of us who have flown with us
Oh, well.
before are automatically enrolled in our We Cheated to Death Frequent Flyers Club. And you're back for another flight? Wow! Okay, so kindly make sure your tray tables and seat backs are in their full upright and locked positions, if your seat has a back. And Guzmán, prepare for departure.
A few tense minutes later, you're airborne. He doesn't pick up after himself. Well, there's the seat pocket. Pocket is crammed with the old flying magazines, candy bar wrappers, and tissues. You find nothing worth reading, eating, or blowing your nose into. I bet you I'm going to have to use this push pin in this bamboo pole to make like a blow dart at some point. Navel jelly. Large glass of navel jelly, miraculously unbroken, protrudes from the toolbox. I don't know what navel jelly is. I'll be honest with you. The box is crammed with flanges, gaskets, screwdrivers, files, Allen wrenches, and a variety of miscellaneous aircraft fixing implement. I want to take the pipe wrench. Pull the pipe wrench out of the toolbox. Unscrew the light bulb. Gingerly, being careful not to touch the exposed wires, you try to twist the bulb. You feel, rather than hear, a crunching sound that tells you this sucker is cooked right into the socket.
This is your captain speaking. I forgot to tell you to buckle your seatbelt. But if you put it on anyway, you can take it off now. We have leveled off at 7,000 feet. So kick back and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Thanks, Guzman. Golf clubs are in poor condition. Rusty, pitted, and bent. Which, coincidentally, were the names of the other three guys in your last foursome.
We have now begun our descent into the greater Boa Vista metro area. So please, prepare in whatever way your religion dictates. So, Guzmán, prepare for arrival.
Suddenly, the radio squawks to life. Guzman responds in Portuguese, making it impossible for the two of you to follow the conversation. You grab the metal handle. It seems solid. Guzman hangs up the radio. You feel the plane start to make a
Jake?
sharp
I
turn.
know. I don't think this is good.
We're circling.
Latch keeps the hatch
You are
door closed.
imposters. Manaus Airport says you are not who you say you are. We will not be landing until the authorities reach Paxson airstrip so they can take you into custody. Until then, you are my prisoners. You may not make yourselves comfortable, pig dogs.
This is the international travel symbol for lucky. The international travel symbol for Genesis. That turn on this one? Nope. You try to point the blower in your direction and it moves, but slowly, very slowly, as if something very sticky had dropped into it a long time ago. Something sticky like... You turn the knob clockwise, a strong aroma of mold suddenly fills your nostrils, being your only indication that the blower is working at all. I don't know if I have an actual time limit or not.
What is it, pig dogs?
It's too stuffy back here. Can I open the door?
Guzman snarls and whips around in his seat. He leaps to his feet, and you and Josie both shrink slightly at his fervor.
You are lazy and stupid.
And hot.
Guzman grumbles under his breath and throws the door open.
Now go play outside.
Really, it was that easy, huh? Okay. The electronic item is already on and as is indicated by the glowing red light. Unfortunately, it only seems to put out static. Shelf is mounted on the wall here, upon which sits a scanner, a radio of some sort. Right. Well, exposed wires. Wires are firmly anchored to the wall. You, on the other hand, aren't very firmly anchored if you're going to be going around pulling on loose wires with exposed tips. Need something like a crowbar before you can pry this crate open. Or a pipe wrench. Nope. As you start to pick up the parachute, a half dozen moths fly out. You quickly drop it, realizing this is not a parachute with which you trust your life. A small cardboard box sits precariously on top of a crate. You yank open the top of the cardboard box and look inside. All you can see is ream after ream of setup instructions. Filthy green seat smells like the inside of a wet Volkswagen occupied by a wet dog wearing a wet wool blanket. Good thing you didn't actually try to smell them. Old calendar sports a faded color photograph of Miss Tailspin of 1981. Nothing happened in the 80s that you want to remember. First crate?
Josie, can you open this crate?
What makes you think I can open it?
Well, you've got longer fingernails.
It's going to take more than long fingernails to open this.
Wrap on the side of the crate. From within you can hear that famous settling of contents occurring that you've read so much about on the side of cereal boxes. That's weird that there's a... Oh, there it is. I was going to say that there's a first crate, second crate, and a fourth crate. Push all the other crates out of the way. What a hassle. You can't be bothered opening all of the other crates for them just so they can watch ESPN.
Piotr? Never mind.
It's a major moving operation to clear the other crates enough to free this.
The heck with it. Let them uncrate their own Aquameister Pyropondic water distiller cooler.
That's telling them. Wow, that was neat.
Can't seem to get the bottom off of the top of the crate. Okay. You knock on the side of the crate, and from within you hear the unmistakable sound of a small 110-volt compressor being slightly dislodged from a number 12 double-flange stabilizer bracket. It's very specific. No, but when I tried to take a hold of the scanner, you yelled at me. These are cans of weather-beaten airplane semi-gloss in colors such as deep rusty steel, candy apple primer, and dirty gray-brown. Dirty battered fire extinguisher rests uncomfortably against the instrument panel. Get within a few feet of the fire extinguisher before Guzman turns to face you.
I am growling! Jump back!
Okay.
Get back! You son of a monkey's two-timing Uncle Sailor!
Don't I have the right to make one radio call?
You are my prisoner. Don't make me give you any rights.
You lunge forward, the radio in your sights. Guzman catches you out of the corner of his eye and whirls in a seat, his gun brandished in your general
Freeze,
direction. Oh, he had a gun?
Get out of the car! Now!
You freeze, your hand poised on the microphone.
Yes, I have seen your cops in D.C. I know how it works. Put your hands up.
Your hands immediately fly up to your
Good.
head.
Now please return to your seat in your full upright and locked position.
Slowly step backwards and fall into your seat.
Do not try that again. I don't want to resent you. Stay away from my glove box. I've got snacks in there.
You immediately back into your seat. A while later, you realize that you're able to clench again.
That's a real confidence builder.
You drop the pushpin into the bamboo pole and it just fits inside without much room to spare. You've made a sort of blowgun, though of course a little pushpin like that would barely give someone tetanus, let alone bring down an antelope. Yes, but I think it's going to let me... Josie points out that sticking a tack into the back of Guzman's neck probably won't do much to him except to make him angrier than he already is. Alright, fine, Josie. What's with using logic, huh? It's wide open. Each time you look at it, you get the disconcerting feeling of the relaxation of certain interior muscle groups. Yes, you can tell it to aim from anywhere. Never shoot it at an inanimate object? Liar. Pilot seat isn't in appreciably better condition than the passenger seat. Pipe wrench from the toolbox on the plate. Every time you try to sneak up on him, he turns around and threatens you. So you cock your arm back with the thought of hurling the wrench and hitting Guzman with it from here, but Josie points out the likelihood that you'll break instrumentation and possibly kill the man or lead him to kill you. This calls for guile, not force. Well, I'm screwed. Yep.
If you're going to rub
Josie,
it
what do you
in,
gotta
don't
say?
bother.
Why haven't you said anything about a plan C?
I didn't want to endanger your life by letting on too soon.
If you're going golfing, you should take in an extra pair of socks in case they get a hole in one.
That answer actually sounds good in a Schwarzenegger movie type way. I mean, it sounds great at the moment, but when you really think about it, it makes no sense whatsoever.
I don't have a plan C.
Of course not. It was the act of purest optimism to have posed the question in the first place.
Cheese shop, right?
Very Gouda.
We're quite the little chatterbox
Get
today,
out.
aren't we? I suppose you were predisposed to say that.
I've always found you to be quite good at making monstrous jokes yourself.
Not at all. My Russian friend Dmitri makes horrendous ones, especially when he's, shall we say, near a bathroom.
Oh, cuts the cheese, does he? Of course he does. He's fromager by John.
Yes, it does. Forgive my pitifully inadequate vocabulary.
It's kind of a quadruple one. He's Russian, he's from Azerbaijan, but fromage is French for cheese, and he does it by the John, so he's fromager by John.
That hurts.
Does it hurt good?
No, it just hurts.
That end of that conversation is an awful lot like many conversations I have with Dragon Jerk. I mean, I'm never silly enough to ask her if it hurts. I just chuckle and she rolls her eyes and sometimes tells me to get out. Who am I kidding? She always tells me to get out. Getting the navel jelly is just plain wrong. Well, then what's plain right? Oh, now I can take the drive. What the heck? Large glass of navel jelly. I still don't know what that is. Okay, so navel jelly helps with rust, huh? Hey, Grizzleby, welcome in. Megahertz indeed. Right. The inside of the plane is bare and finished metal, adding to the sense of security you've already gotten from the violent shuddering during takeoff. Of course, it's hard to remember which was shuddering more, you or the plane. No, I've never actually come across that. Is it slippery? It says the airplane isn't rusty enough, and I can't look down it. I have the ability to shoot a push pin at something if I need to. Tried to take it, it said that it's too moth-ridden, moth-hole. I don't know, do I need to keep goading him until he...
What is it, pig dogs?
Don't be angry with us. We're on a mission from God.
Yes, you are on a mission to make mischief for me and my job. Sit down before I kill you to death. I am so angry at the deception. What is it, pig dogs?
What are you going to do with us?
I will detain you at the Manaus airport until Mr. Kiss Colon arrives. The real Mr. Kiss Colon. Then I let him decide what to do with you. If I had my way, I'd boot you out of the plane right now and make you walk home.
If you'd let me explain to you why we've done this, maybe you'll change your mind.
Guzman turns his head to look at you, a cruel sneer on his lips.
I am not interested in your explanations.
All right. I'll just tell Josie here what the explanation is, and if you should happen to overhear it, I can't help that, can I?
You hear the click of a hammer being pulled back. He's got a gun, by the
I
way.
guess Josie already knows why we're here. Don't you, Josie?
Yes, yes, I do, Jake. No explanation necessary here.
Alright, so it looked like I could ask him to go close the door. I wonder if he'll
What
even
is
do
it,
that.
pig
Right.
dogs?
It's too windy back here now. Can I close the door?
Guzman snarls and leaps out of his seat. He strides over to the door, grabs the handle mounted on the side of the plane, and pulls the door closed. This is no small feat, given the fact that he's pulling against the wind. Against the wind. He makes his way back to the controls, muttering in Portuguese as he does. Alright, so I probably need to do something with the... Alright, so that owl happens too fast for me to actually do anything. Visioning yourself pushing down on the hatch leads to the images of the hatch door swinging open and taking you with it. So I don't know if there's... I need to de-rust something in here or get him to come around to make it so that I can open that or not. Got anchored, so it's telling me to go fly a kite. Twist the knob counterclockwise, the pungent aroma of mold recedes into the background, leaving the relatively delicate smell of fuel oil battling with predominance over the smell of those green vinyl feet.
What is
Guzman.
it, pig dogs?
Don't be angry with us. We're on a mission.
Yes, you are on... What is it?
What are you going to do with
I will detain you.
If you'd let me...
I am not...
Okay, I wouldn't want to bore you when you're taking us to be arrested.
Back of Guzman's head nods up and down, indicating that you've given him an answer that will placate him for the time being.
What is it, pig dog?
What are you going to do?
I will...
If you...
I am...
Well, what are you interested in? Maybe we can find some common ground, really get to know each other, you know?
Okay. See, the only thing I've seen here that mentions rust is these golf clubs. See if I can throw the wrench at the cockpit window. Nope. The moment you touch the pilot's seat, Guzman whirls around with his gun at the ready.
Sit back down in the passenger cabin right away, you mother of a drowsiness-inducing barnyard animal.
Drowsiness-inducing barnyard animal. Did he just call me a sheep? The son of a sheep? So this turns some light on, but I don't know which light. Cat wandering by yelling at me. Because you know Guzman likes rust-free aircraft, he carefully pours some of the naval jelly on the bolts, securing the handle to the inside of the aircraft. Yeah, okay. Goes to work immediately, cleaning deep inside the rusted threads and making them showroom fresh. Alright. So now I'm going to talk and ask him to open the door.
It's too stuffy back here. Can I open the door?
Guzman snarls and whips around in the seat. He leaps to his feet, and you and Josie both shrink slightly at his
You are
fervor.
lazy and stupid.
And hot.
Guzman grumbles under his breath and throws the door
Now go
open.
play outside. Maybe I need to tell him to close it, and then he'll hold on to that and try to struggle with it, and What
it
is
won't
it?
work.
It's too windy back here now. Can I close the door?
Let's try this. Yeah, that was what I thought was going to happen. Oh, what's this? Turn the handle nuts with the pipe wrench. Okay. With the rust loosened, the nuts slowly begin to turn. After a few turns, they fall off of the bolts and skitter across the floor, lost among the crates and garbage. The handle is now unattached to the bulkhead, but merely rests on the short bolts protruding through the handle springs. Okay. Alright. Now that should do it. I think we're going to have to make him open it and then close
It's
it
too
again.
stuffy back here.
You are...
And hot.
Now go play out... What is it, pig dogs?
Nut turning fun indeed.
It's too windy back here now. Would you close the door?
He grabs the loosened handle as he reaches out to close the door. The handle gives way and Guzman windmills his arms for a moment before tumbling out of the plane.
Too cool. I'll grab the controls.
What she was going to say.
Leave that alone. Take care of Guzman, will ya?
Sorry. Geez, some people get testy when they take control of an airplane that they really don't know how to fly.
I resent that. I am not testy.
Take care of... Okay. Right. The tiny pushpin will have no effect on the powerful hands of Guzman? What? Fine.
You are wearing a parachute, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Is he gone?
Yes, but I don't see his parachute. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, he's gone.
All right, sit down and hold on. This is going to be rough. I haven't landed a plane like this in... Oh, ever.
The landing is bruisingly hard, but at least you survive. Josie taxis briefly, and then shuts down the engines. Josie has set the plane down on a dirt runway somewhere in the wilds of Brazil. Relatively intact. You grab the map. Unfortunately, it's a flight map. It's virtually useless for getting around the forest. Rather than take it with you, which means you'd have to deal with finding it, folding it, and put it back on the dashboard. Some really heroic sounding music. It's wide open. See, it knew what you were thinking. This is better than voice recognition. Okay. Well, let me take those. Okay. Well, check it out. You kneel in the thick border of vegetation rimming the edge of the airstrip. Man is sitting only about 10 feet away. Inside the shack, as he speaks into the radio, you hear him identify himself as Blanes. Clearly a national, he was probably hired to run this node of Faxon Castaroga's web of Brazilian operations. Whoa. Where is he? Let's see. Oh, there it is. It's a Trixie. It's fast. You're the red dot. I get you. Hey, Mr. V, welcome in. Probably hard to run this node of Faxon Castaroga's web of Brazilian operations.
Callahan was coming here? This doesn't exactly seem like the head office.
This is true. So what do you think?
I don't know what to think, but I'll tell you one thing.
What?
Don't say this is true. You sound like a Wisconsinite.
No, I'm a flatlander. Say, any of you guys know how to Madison?
Juanes turns in surprise at the sound of your voice. He shouts, and the other workers come running. They easily catch you. Unfortunately, they take away Josie's wristband, making it impossible for her to escape. Sigmund Kitzkohlen arrives a while later and arranges for an unfortunate accident. You know, you always hear about incidents involving runaway bulldozers, but you never think it's going to happen to you. So let's try again, and this time no talking. Okay. Yeah, Mr. V, I decided to stream after I got off work. So I've been streaming for about an hour here. It's 5 a.m. for me. But yeah, I figured I could do a little bit of late night streaming. The Wind Blaster AHH32, 100% oxygen compatible 4 blades, and it only costs $4. That's 32 bits. It's a Jeep and a Jeep man. Hanger man? Oh, didn't say it's the hanger. Alright, so don't talk to them. Volage. You reach out and grab a vine. The vine twists in your hand and looks directly at you, its tongue darting in and out. You drop the snake, which slithers off, while your spine gives an involuntary
You'll
shudder.
let me know when we're done roughing it, right?
Of course.
None of these trees have branches low enough for you to
Sometimes I
climb.
wish I was a baboon.
I've seen your back. Your wish is slowly coming true. I can go wandering off into the forest. You know, I should probably save. Take a tramp in the woods.
I resent that.
How are your wilderness skills?
Not a lot of forests where I came from. Survival training in the wild wasn't part of the curriculum at the Time Police Academy.
Me either. I don't want to get lost.
Let's turn back and figure out a way to get our bearings.
Okay. Don't be a fuel, unleaded alone. See what I mean? Lots of puns. The moment you start to climb through the window, Josie yanks you back
What are
down.
you trying to do?
Well, there are several things. I could try to reason with Alanis, point out some of why plowing the forest under is a bad idea. Or I could knock him out, then knock out everybody else around here and spike the trees or something Greenpeacean like that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Cautiously take the binocs off the windowsill and hold them up to your eyes. You survey the area, but you don't notice anything unusual, so you replace them on the sill as quietly as you can.
What's so funny?
Your eyes.
Don't!
You wipe your eyes on your sleeves. Hard to believe you fell for that one. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he had little black circles around his eyes. Nutcracker and a map. Liquor bottle. Too far away to read, and you're certainly not worth risking your life for a better look. Probably already know most of the names anyways. Well, I'm not going to be using the pipe wrench to do that at least. Let's see.
Don't do that. What's a tack in the back of the neck going to do to him?
Irritate him so much that he'll pass out?
There's gotta be a way to make it more effective.
How is the pencil going to slide all the way through the pole? Ah. Okay. I can crumple this up to make a spit lock type thing. Oh, right. Runway, not runaway. Spirit of St. Bernard. This is the old Ford TriStar you appropriated. It's nothing fancy, it's just plain transportation.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, but what if I want to, like, try to poison the pushpin? Never shoot it at an inanimate object, but what if I wants to? Already on, it's just turning very slowly. In fact, if you look at it again in a year, the blades will have made one complete revolution. Since you can't prove it isn't already off, you shouldn't waste your time trying to disprove that it isn't already on, right? Of course. You reach out and grab the map. Alan is, not being a total phoebe, sees you do this. He doesn't take it very well, and before you know it, you've been taken prisoner. Then Guzman shows up. The official report says that you were shot while trying to escape protective custody.
All of that happens in an alternate time stream in which you actually made that choice. So now let's return to our regular time stream, already in progress.
This is a very forgiving game. Hey, you haven't seen a radio set this old since the last time you stopped by the rainforest.
God, look at all that nothingness. This is exactly what happened to the Sahara forest.
You mean the Sahara Desert?
Yeah, now.
Keeping low, you wander out into the field. Suddenly you hear a voice.
Hey, did you hear that?
Hear what?
There.
Build it, they will
I
come.
could swear that's the voice of Kevin Costner's dad.
I think the sun is getting to you.
You and Josie move back into the underbrush, into your spot near the shed. Make sure there's not... Actually, I guess I should look at these. Just past the edge of the airstrip, the forest quickly becomes very dense, as rainforests often do. What's your excuse? Oh, harsh game, harsh. Runway is very much like a real runway, except for all the big rocks. I can go back in here, but I don't think... Oh, with the blower dead. Thousands of acres of stumps and dead vegetation spread out to the horizon beyond the airstrip. It's almost inconceivable that this much devastation can occur in just a matter of days, and that the pace of the destruction has been kept up for years. I'd really like to take the fire extinguisher, but it's empty. I'm going to smell the seats. These seats look like they probably stink, so let's just look at them instead. Already sitting. Now, these filthy green seats smell like the inside of... Right, I've read that.
Welcome to Subversion.
Matt Glad has joined the Pantheon. Is this lost? Via Domos the video game?
Hey Matt Glad, welcome in, and thank you very much for the resubscription. No, this is Callahan's Crosstime Saloon. Although I'm not in a saloon currently, I'm in the Brazilian rainforest trying to save some cacao trees that make the ultimate cocoa, the ultimate chocolate, which Josie down here, who's a time cop, absolutely loves. Right now I'm trying to figure out a way to make this push pin more effective so that I can go shoot it at somebody. Let me talk to her, see if she's got anything to say.
This isn't Boa Vista, is it?
No, we're probably a good few hundred miles from Boa Vista.
I thought that's where we were going.
That's the closest big city, but we're going into the forest. Faxon probably has several little prefab airstrips like this one. Let's hope this one is near the Grove.
And if it's not?
I can start the plane up again if we have to.
We're not very far from where we dropped Guzman, are we?
Now that's Jake Stonebender.
Now, aren't you sorry we didn't get a Knish?
How can you think of food at a time like this?
Hey, don't pull that bit with me. We're going halfway around the world to rescue dessert. Shouldn't we make nice with the locals?
I don't think they know about us yet, and I'd just as soon keep it that way for as long as possible. They're not going to be very sympathetic to the cause. Sorry about your jobs, fellas, but the trees come first.
That'd be some job of consciousness raising.
You're a folk singer, man. Come on, do your job. Stir us all to a higher plane of consciousness.
Darn, I forgot Lady Macbeth.
That's your excuse for everything.
I don't remember if he's actually voiced by Spider Robinson or not, but Spider Robinson does all of the folk songs that are in here. Oh no, he doesn't voice him because he's the if we make it back, or when we make it back into Callahan's at the bar, I'll show you him. He's the guy that plays the piano.
How do we find the cacao trees from here?
We're going to need a map of the area. Maybe we'll find some indication whether or not we're even in the right area.
Well, I know where the map is. I just don't know how to get to it.
I can't think of a way to get that map.
Together, I'm sure we can think of something.
Let me try and dope out a solution myself first.
Good. You don't want to make this look too easy.
Oh, that was stupid of me to choose. Let's see.
I can't think of a way to get that map.
Together, I'm sure we can think of something.
You have any specific thoughts along this direction?
Well, I'd try thinking like a native.
Native.
Right.
I've been trying that. Give me more.
Well, let me give you a tip. You're going to have to attack the problem from afar.
I figured that.
Good. I can't wait to see if you blow it.
Okay. I suppose I can steal this tire. You're already working on getting a spare tire of your very own. This one is not only bigger than yours, but balder too.
Don't take that nutcracker now. You'd get in his line of sight.
It's a risk we'll just have to take.
No, it isn't.
What is it, you idiot? Can I take this map? Nope. Basic 1960s-ish American-made desk chair, perfectly sittable to task. It's probably a cast-off from the fax on Castaroga's offices. Still yelling at me not to ever... Oh yeah, this game is way punny. The novels are too. This game is based off of a series of novels by Spider Robinson, which I read the novels, but this is my first time playing the game. Let's see. There's another plane. What happens if I try to fly that? You and Josie sneak out to the plane, board it, take off, fly around the area, do some reconnaissance, and land again, all without anybody noticing you. Oh yes, and there were some pigs flying up there too. What happens if I try to take some of this foliage?
Fool me once, shame.
I guess it treats all the foliage the same.
This thing looks like they threw it together. I keep expecting it to keel over on us any second.
Yeah, too bad that guy's name isn't Neil.
Why?
Because then we might get a chance to see the Shaquille on Neil.
I don't get it.
Well, you're a lucky, lucky man.
Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know why I'm making those noises. It's just desserts. Power cord, huh? Power cord insulated with crumbling fabric runs from the fan to somewhere inside the shack. You tug gently on the cord and the fabric insulation begins to come off into your hand. Rather than run the risk of a shock, you leave the cord alone. If I want to shock the shack. It's silly, it won't let me turn the thing on or off. Decent corkboard, you could use a corkboard like that, but getting it home on a plane would be such a chore. Maybe you should have them ship it. What? One of those flyers for house cleaning and rug shampooing services. They found it stuck under the Jeep's windshield wipers one afternoon. A list of environmentalist celebrities considered armed, obnoxious, and dangerous with instructions on to shoot on sight. Okay. So again, I think I need to figure out some way to make this pushpin shooter more effective.
I was hoping to get back to Callahan's in time to catch myself before I leave and tell myself not to bother. Are you gonna help me get that map or not?
I just like to hear you beg.
Oh, I refuse to beg.
Okay, you want another hint, or you just want me to brazen it out?
Just a hint, thank you.
Okay, you need to make a primitive weapon out of 3 items. 2 of them are things we picked up back in Manhattan. One of them I suspect you'll find inside the plane.
Now, the liquor bottle's inside of the shack with the guy, and he doesn't want me to... Or she won't let me muck about with him. So it's definitely something in here, huh? Are you being dirty-minded, Matt Glad? Always. Okay. Aquameister pyroponic water distillation cooler, huh?
The heck with it. Let them uncrate their own Aquameister pyroponic water distiller cooler.
That's telling 'em. Wow, that was neat.
If this were edutainment software, you'd probably earn points for every piece of garbage you pick up and dispose of properly. But we're all adults here, so you just slag through the garbage and wait for somebody else to pick it up.
Not in my backyard.
Damn straight. Wow, that was neat.
Rosie. Right. All right, Josie.
I was hoping to get back.
Okay.
Let me hear it. I'm tired of working for it.
You're positive? I don't want you running back to Callahan's complaining that our little sojourn was too short because you figured out what to do so quickly.
You're right, I'll be sorry. Just give me a hint.
Okay. You need to make one of them, I suspect.
Josie.
I was hoping to get back to...
Oh.
Let me hear it.
You're positive?
No. That would never happen. Come on.
Go back into the plane and get the medical kit, which is in the glove compartment.
Oh, right,
Open
the
it up
glove
and take out the
compartment.
concentrated sedative. Put that thumbtack in the sedative. Then put the tack in the bamboo pole. This'll make us a makeshift blowgun. Shoot Alanis with it and grab that map.
That was going to be my next guess. Why did you tell me?
She's a lot more likable in the novels. You cautiously unscrew the lid of the morphine, then you dip the end of the push pin in a thick liquid and withdraw it slowly, thoroughly coating the length of the pin. Clamping it carefully between your lips, you reclose the bottle of morphine. Now that does not sound like... Oh, I was probably talking about the push pin part in between the lips, not the morphine. Also, there's no way this small amount of morphine would knock somebody out. Suck in a big breath of air and raise the bamboo pole to your tightly curled lips. You aim it at the man and then move the pole away and exhale, peering inside the pole to confirm that the tack is pointed in the correct direction. Then you bring the pole to your lips, aim it, blow hard. Almost instantly the man's hand flies to the back of his neck and he yelps in pain, but within a few seconds his head begins to loll until...
Good shot.
I haven't lost my touch. Ever since the 3rd grade.
He really does. Now give me the liquor. You lean way over, grab the bottle off the table. Josie starts to object as you wipe off the mouth of the bottle with your cuff. Tip it back and swing.
Oh, this is distasteful. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, God, this can't possibly be what they want it to taste like. They must have accidentally bottomed some of the rancid squeezings from the sour corn mash. No, wait, there are smoky overtones. It's a bottle of fresh, hot exhaust dripping. No, it's sweeter than that. It's just syrup of diesel oil and swamp gas extract. Why don't I spit it out? Oh, God. Too late.
Did I go blind? What's this one? Alright. You and Joseph strike into the woods. Landmarks on the map have given you enough information to get you back to the airstrip if necessary. After taking a tramp in the woods.
Hey, I resent that.
Bird.
Hey, scram. We don't serve miners here.
Excellent tree. By grabbing onto the lowest branch and swinging yourself up, you're able to get very high up in the tree. The tree isn't nearly high enough to take you above the canopy. You don't see anything new from up there. You scrabble back down again, wiping your hands on your pants and grin at Josie.
You're glowing.
Haven't done this in years. It's kind of fun.
I need to adjust the volume. Didn't really help, did it? Oh, hey, look, quite a tree. Up the tree you go, pretending to be Sabu the elephant boy. Only you're on a tree instead of an elephant. You're thrilled until you notice that you're sharing a branch with a strange, round-eyed creature who is trembling a few feet away from you. Speaking nicely to it so that it doesn't make any sudden noises, you back down the tree. Fern garden. You pick a fern and give it to Josie.
Goodness, let me see if I have something to put this in.
Why did I try to give it to Josie? You climb the tree and give it a cursory inspection. Once you've inspected every cursory the tree has to offer, you climb back down. Hello, monkey. I can spank the monkey. You do your best Dr. Doolittle impression, but the monkey isn't buying into it. I'm going to spank the monkey. This displeases the monkey greatly, but leaves you strangely satisfied. Purple plant. You start to pull on the leaf and find it to be amazingly sticky. You finally manage to disentangle yourself from it, leaving a dark green sticky residue on your hands, which you wipe on your thighs until the residue has been mostly transferred to the pants. Alright, so if I need something really sticky, you root around among the roots, pawing and snuffing and freaking Josie out big
What in
time.
the world?
Ralph taught me this. Took me down to Central Park. We sniffed out about $500 worth of truffles. You want to try?
Maybe later.
Baggy tree. The hairy bark is easy to grip, but the large plumes of leaves are impossible to get past.
Hey, I just got a great idea. Let's catch that bird, take it back to the States, put paint on its feet, let it walk around and create a big painting for us.
Careful, you could be charged with transporting a mina across the border for mural purposes.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Holy snot! Wow, I can quick turn? Sheesh. After another slow half an hour of picking your way through the dense forest, you and Josie emerge into a rocky area where the ground falls away on one side and rises up on the other.
Wow. What do you suppose happened to everybody?
Good question. Maybe they were serving Colombian coffee in the next town over.
You know, does this tell me... I can't read that. Guessing this is the shack. Fuck.
Hey, statue?
There are symbols on the urn, but their meaning, if in fact they have a meaning, is lost on
I'm
you.
not sure what it is this civilization smoked, but whatever it was, this is where the butts went.
Comb through the sand, but other than a fair amount of sticks, dust, and other non-sand particulate matter, you dredge up nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. Go up to the front of the temple and begin to pull on the vines. After a moment, Josie joins you, and between the two of you, you're able to remove almost all of the vegetation, revealing a bas relief in subtle but brilliant color. There's no knob, there's no handle, there's no keyhole. In fact, the colossal oblong stone is entirely featureless. Can't even begin to read the hieroglyphics. This is what you get for not paying attention in high school Aztec class. Josie walks halfway up the stone staircase to get a closer look at the
It's similar
symbols.
to Tupi, and I'm a little rusty on my Tupi. You're not going to grade me on this, are you?
Not till we get back to Callahan's anyway.
This has got to be it. The people here call themselves Yora, and they worship this cacao tree.
Worship chocolate?
That's not so surprising. The Guatemalans used it for money at one time, and only royalty was entitled to it.
Hey, Retro and Ferociter, welcome in. I am doing what's for me a very late night stream.
Is there anything?
I think so. Something about life opening the way. A symbol. A symbol of life opening the way.
What's their symbol of life?
I don't know.
You scramble up over the ledge, and among the pillars, other than a lot of decaying plant and animal life on the stone floor, you find nothing.
That's all this tells me. The god up there is quite a chocoholic, god of the cacao tree, who
Chocoholic.
appears to be the primary god of the Yoran civilization. Somehow, the Yoran symbol of life is what's going to get us inside.
She doesn't know what the symbol of life is. Lines are thick enough to support your weight. You climb to the top of the pillar, but the stones are unbroken and you see no other way to get in. Okay. Top of the urn lines to one side. You reach down to pick up the urn lid. As you do, you see several long, dirty cracks in the inside of the lid. Rather than risk destroy this potentially valuable relic, you straighten up again and leave it alone.
I'm not sure what it is this civilization smoked, but whatever it was, this is where the butts went.
All the useful adventure-type objects out here have been completely crushed by the last adventure game production company that came through. So I gotta figure out what the temple, or what the symbol of life is for these people.
Hey, stick with the tour group.
But
It's not on the itinerary. If you don't like it, complain to your travel agent.
that'd be you.
Sorry, see me during office hours.
This rock foundation continues around both sides of the temple, eventually becoming part of the tiered stone city. Well, once I'm done with this, I've got a sleeping pill, but I can't remember what kind it is. I figured it probably wasn't a good idea to take the sleeping pill and then stream.
Have
Just-
you figured out who this big-time head was?
Not yet. I suspect he was a lesser god, probably a guardian or protector for quite a chocoholic.
Oh.
I don't think that means anything.
Boy, that would be great if somebody did, yes. I would agree with it, Glad. If you do that,
That's all this tells me.
you'll be rich. Good job. Small obelisk waits at the top of the stone staircase. Whoa, boy. What is this? No, Walter White was absolutely not making something that made you feel rested like you had slept. He was making something that made it so you didn't feel the need to sleep, but it didn't make you feel rested. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Mosaic looks very much like the puzzle of Asian origin that is played even today. The object of the puzzle is to form a simple picture by placing the colored stones into the proper squares on the grid. Not every square on the grid will be filled. Some of them will be empty. Some will have black stones. Some will have green stones, and some, two to be exact, will have gold stones. Pick up a stone from a bowl or square, left click on it, drop the stone in a bowl or square, left click it. To mark a square as empty, left click it when you're not holding a stone. Alternatively, you can cycle through all the stones and the arrows by clicking all the stones and the arrow by clicking on the right mouse button. The number along the top and the left edges give you all of the information you need to place all of the stones correctly. These numbers tell you how many of each color of stone is present, stone is found in that row or column, how the colors are grouped, in what order the groups appear. The only information the numbers don't directly reveal, and therein lies the puzzle, is where the empty spaces are. The information is all there, but you'll have to do a little digging to discover them. You have two numbers of the same color next to each other at the end of a row or column, such as a black 5 followed by a black 4, then you know there has to be at least one space in between. You have two numbers of different colors next to each other at the end of a row or a column. There may or may not be spaces in between them. Green 4 next to a green 5 does not tell you whether or not there is any blank spaces between them. You have two numbers of different colors next to each other at the end of the row or column. There may or may not be spaces in between. Green 4 next to a green 5. Why would that not tell you that's the same color? If you play the puzzle, if a row or column is correctly completed, the numbers for that row or column will vanish, and this way you can keep track of your progress. When you interrupt the tutorial, click left mouse button to proceed. Otherwise, you may quit this help with the escape button. Too bad I've never played Picross. Also, I'm colorblind, so are there green numbers? Because this looks all black to me. All black and gold. So maybe that was the easiness, was making this only two colors. No, this. This. Okay. Okay, so that was probably the difficulty then, was the colored ones.
We getting raided.
Battle stations. Surf-ins is riding up in here.
Hey,
Anyway, here's HerrBawl.
Farting Retro Toilet has joined the Wunderwall.
Welcome in, Raiders. I am HerrBawl. I'm not a cat. I just play one on TV. And I am also not normally streaming at this time of day. So thank you very much for the raid, Surfins. Surfins is pretty awesome. You probably know that. Having been sitting in his chat. Thank you very much for the follow, Farting Toilet. Farting Retro Toilet. There we go. I mean, I am a blue cat, but I play one on TV. What country's capital is growing the fastest? Ireland. It's Dublin. We are currently playing Callahan's Crosstime Saloon. Did that not do the thing? Yeah, very much appreciated, Surfins, and welcome in everybody. Libya, it's Tripoli.
Anyway, here's HerrBawl.
HerrBawl has joined the Wunderwall.
Hey, HerrBawl, thank you very much for the follow. So we are trying to figure out what the symbol of life is for this. I think they said Aztec, but I don't know if it actually is Aztec or not. Basically, we're trying to save these cacao trees so that the time cop that's with us is able to have the ultimate chocolate in the future. So, pretty sure that can be... Alright, so those look black over here, but when I put them over here, they look like really dark green. So that's wonderful. But they're not that green, so... Don't know if this is the right shape or not, or if there's supposed to be spaces here. Able to suss that out. That's good. 5 and 5, huh? Right. I would know that that one... This whole row should be empty. Column, not row. Yeah, and it did say that in between groups of different colors, there doesn't have to be a space. You got more 5 by 5, huh? There'd have to be a space in between those. Okay. 6 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's going to be, so it's going to be 4 and 4 like this then. Big one of 8. I think that says 6. And 4, so it's not going to be here because of that. One is going to be one up here, probably right here. I have no idea what this symbol is supposed to be. Oh, is that a pineapple? Once the last stone clicks into place, a long unused system of weights and counterweights goes into operation. The massive stone slides into the ground, heavy thudding vibrations rocking the entire temple and making your feet itch. Well, that doesn't sound good. I wonder what happens if somebody locks the door from the outside. Need to save. Let's enter this puppy. You cross the threshold of the temple into another time for the second time today. You and Josie cross the threshold into the temple. The air is cool and faintly sweet, not nearly as musty as you anticipated, probably because of the open doorway on the other side of the room. The low ceiling feels as if it's designed for people shorter than you, and who like to climb more stairs than you do. This grove entrance. Oh, I wonder if that's the cacao, the Theobroma cacao ultimasarum. See, when your parents told you how important it was to take a second language, you laughed at them. Who's laughing now?
This looks like a repeating pattern.
I'm sure the designs have some significance, but I don't recognize these symbols.
When Surfin's rated, did it play a clip from him? I thought I had it set up to play a clip from the person that rated it. Let's try here and see then. Maybe he doesn't. Surfins has to have clips, right? Well, I'm guessing I've just got my clip stuff broken. Yay. Yeah. Tiled floor. An elaborate carving. You don't have a clue.
That would be quite a chocoholic, the god of the cacao plant the Yoran worshipped. This is his temple, built to honor him.
Yorn, that's the name of the people.
Jack, could you get this log off me?
What? Did you guys just hear, could you get this log off me?
Jack, could you get this log off me?
I'm not losing my mind. That's actually something that says. Cheater, anyone can climb a tree when it's lying on its side.
Stand back, Lois. I'll just lift this tree right out of the way.
Oh, Clark, a rough, tough cream puff like you. Who do you think you are, Superman?
Maybe we can roll the tree out of the way.
Right, sure.
He rolls her eyes and joins you by the tree, where you put your shoulder to the tree. The tree moves, but nearly imperceptibly. Okay, so I'm going to have to clear this tree somehow. Stone floor is uneven and difficult to
It
walk
ain't
on.
no sphinx. Now those guys really knew how to build an ancient ruin.
That's where it came from. Why do I still have gold stones? So, I mean, I could... Wait, I can wear the gauze? Hold on. Last time I wore something too early, it soft locked me. You have body hair, you'd rather bleed. Okay. And I don't want to try to set... Fire can be your friend, but not indiscriminately. You'll just have to restrain your pyromaniacal tendencies. Pyromaniacal? Vines? Let's see. Vines twist among the stones like veins twist among the convolutions of the human brain. You have nothing capable of cutting yourself a vine, forget about it. Climb up to the vine and bump your head on the ceiling. But you've needed a nutcracker for years, and now you've finally achieved your dream. Don't sacrifice it all now. I'm really trying to figure out why my... That out clips didn't work.